What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this we're going to be talking about the one and only Tesla stock and some very important things that we need to be looking out for the future of this company. I'm also going to do some technical analysis and talk about where I see the share price going for tomorrow, for the short term and the long terms as well. I'm also going to talk about their earnings report as Elon Musk, the man, the myth, the legend, Elon Musk has some major announcements that just came out involving the Tesla Model Y, the Gigafactory, the Cybertruck, and the Tesla bots. We have some big updates that we need to talk about involving Elon Musk and what he just said that actually make me excited for the future of Tesla, but also very interested in what's going to happen this year because he did say the uncomfortable truths about the company. Now, before I say anything about Elon Musk's tweets and what he just said, I do have to mention some very important things first. First off, I'm not a financial planner, guys. This is all for educational purposes only, so do not take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last things, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're not only going to qualify for up to 5 free stocks, each with up to $3,500, but you're also going to have the chance to win up to $200,000 because you're automatically going to be entered in a $200,000 prize giveaway. So you may win up to $200,000 for simply signing up and depositing $100, as you also get up to 5 free stocks. So with that out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So looking at Tesla, we had some very interesting price movements for today. Now, looking at the one-day chart, I do want to report something very interesting that happened. Now, we were just on this downward trend and it ended up perpetuating throughout the entire day, guys. We went down and down and down and down. Volatility did end up going a little bit lower, and we were kind of fluctuating between many of the moving averages before we dipped really hard towards the end and closed below them, right? So we closed at $829 a share, down 11.55%. That's a very hard drop for Tesla, and this may have been a result of what Elon Musk ended up saying during their earnings report. So I'm going to show you guys that in a couple of minutes, but we do need to talk about something else that's very important first. So let me go a little bit down and show you guys the SPY and the NASDAQ, because if you look at the one-day charts of them, very similar to Tesla. We run up a little bit, then we end up just dropping down and down and down and down for almost the entire day. But look at the NASDAQ, guys. NASDAQ is very similar. Once again, we slope up, but then we go down and down and down and down. No matter what you look like at, guys, the entire market, the entire stock market had very similar price movements, including Tesla. So Tesla is just being affected by the market, even though I just don't necessarily think they had a bad earnings report. They had actually a pretty good one. It was actually a really good one. But at the end of the day, guys, there are things that people just did not want to hear that were said. And at the end of the day, it's not Tesla's fault. A lot of these things were out of their power. And I'm going to go in a little bit more detail about that when you look at the price action. Now, I do want to mention something very important. And that is the fact that right now the US GDP, it grew by about 6.9% for the fourth quarter. And on top of that, guys, Jerome Powell did actually state that we don't have a confirmed number for the rate at which interest rates are going to be rising. But at the end of the day, guys, the taper is going to continue by 30 billion for the month of February. So right now what the Fed is doing is they want the economy to become more independent and less dependent on them, less dependent on the money that was printed out. And they are becoming a lot more hawkish, so to speak, and it's probably going to get a little bit worse going into the future. So I don't see 2022 as a horrible year for Tesla fundamentally, but we could have a pretty sideways year, at least for the next couple of months, before we start to really rip to the upside. Now, just remember, guys, remember something very important. Tesla is a slingshot. It's a slingshot because it's going to dip a little bit hard. It has been dipping pretty hard, but once we start recovering, guys, we're going to shoot to the moon. We're going to recover very fast. And before we get there, we do have to talk about what's going to happen tomorrow. So let me bring up the chart over the long term, right? And then show you guys how I see this really playing out. So if I look at the chart like this, guys, we were respecting this downward trend and we were in this downward channel, so to speak, throughout the very beginning of this year. We've been just going down and down and down. It became a little bit more dramatic, and now it's almost resembling a falling wedge like pattern. Now, falling wedges could kind of last a couple of months. They could even last an entire year, but then the rebound is going to be very dramatic. So we're kind of falling at a more dramatic rate at which this really moves. So it does look like we could end up touching the high 700s or $800 range very soon. I know it's very uncomfortable and hard for you to hear that, but remember, guys, remember what happened during the earnings. Tesla did nothing wrong. In fact, Tesla absolutely crushed it, guys. They absolutely killed it. I'm about to show you exactly why. Now, Elon Musk did announce some things that are very uncomfortable, but those are going to affect Tesla anyway. So, and before I say that, however, I have to remind you, tomorrow it's probably going to be a very bearish day. We could go as low as $800 as the MACD, indicating that we have a lot of bearish momentum. So don't be surprised if we see $800 flat. That is my prediction for tomorrow, but I'm still very bullish for the long-term future. Anyways, going back to the earnings, we absolutely killed it when it came to the numbers, guys. The only thing that was a little bit down were the energy numbers, but they killed it when it came to deliveries. They killed it when it came to their earnings per share, their revenue. They absolutely beat everything. You guys can see this. They missed next to nothing. They did really, really well. But the reason why the stock dropped is because I feel like Tesla's held to such a high amount of expectations that even if they kill it, it's not necessarily going to always meet people's expectations. For example, guys, year to date, people wanted Tesla to deliver 1 million cars and they only did 936,000. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? They killed it, yet it didn't meet the 1 million mark. So people are going to like basically, throw trash or shade at the stock because of that. It does not make sense, guys. So don't worry about these pieces of news. Now let's talk about something else that was reported. Tesla held its second profitable year as a breakthrough. Once again, they killed it despite the supply chain issues. Now, the supply chain issues are probably going to continue for the rest of the year, as Jerome Powell ended up stating, and this is going to affect Tesla going forward. And Elon Musk actually talked about that. So let's actually get on with some very important things. So first off, guys, as confirmed, this was confirmed, guys, that Tesla is now currently working on the Model Y production starting at the Gigafactory in Texas, and it's now working on the final certification before they start delivering. Once again, very, very bullish piece of news, as their numbers, their revenue, everything is going to get better and better and better. Now, the thing I want to remind you of is we do have supply chain issues, which are probably going to continue for the rest of this year. Now, the supply chain issues that are going on right now, this is actually affecting Tesla, and despite that, they still killed it when it came to their earnings. So imagine if we didn't have these supply chain issues, imagine how well Tesla could have done. I know Tesla kind of like stocked up on their chips and they kind of like they basically reverse engineered them just so that they could kind of accommodate the new norm, right? And they still are doing really well. I think it's going to be very, very bullish news going forward for the future. So even if you see Tesla in the red right now, remember they have a new Gigafactory coming out. They have another one coming out in Berlin. We didn't get too many big updates about that, but I do want to talk about this right here. As Elon Musk reported, the Cybertruck has been delayed until 2023, unfortunately. I know that's really sad for people, guys. That's due to supply chain issues, due to other things like that. And it's very, very sad. I know it's very sad, guys. It's a little bit sad for that to be announced, but it's not bad news, so to speak, from the way I see it, because it's still coming, guys. It's less than a year away. 2023 is less than a year away. We're almost there. So just be patient, be strong. This is going to be a very, very bullish piece of news. And hopefully, the market is in a better condition in 1 year from now when this actually comes out and Tesla starts to rip to the upside. So, this person basically summarized the Tesla product roadmap really well. And Elon Musk actually responded that he agrees with it. So, this is what this person stated. They stated that, and this person's name is Emmett Peppers. They stated that demand is off the hook for existing models. So, it doesn't make sense for us to introduce new vehicle models until all supply constraints first catch up to that ever increasing demand. So remember, guys, supply chain issues are still affecting Tesla and they may continue to affect Tesla for the rest of the year. They also stated that if the Model 3/Y demand exceeded to 1+ year waitlist globally, there is an argument to be made for them not being able to bring to the market any new models indefinitely until supply catches up. So remember, guys, that's what's really going on. Now, they did go into a little bit more details, but you guys get the point, guys. Elon Musk basically stated this is exactly what Elon Musk was implicitly stating during the earnings report. And it's something that's a little bit concerning. I wouldn't say it's like concerning or like horrible news. It's just the uncomfortable truth. It's something out of Tesla's control, which is why I still don't think it's going to be a bad year for 2022. They're still going to double their production. They're still going to kill it, even amidst these issues. But the supply chain issues are going to basically hinder their ability to, start producing the Cybertruck this year and maybe even start on introducing new models, for example. So, anyways, Elon Musk also tweeted this right here. Sounds about right for autonomous cars. Optimus will be greatly exceed this. He will greatly exceed this. The economy will be as big as people want it to be. There will be no scarcity except that which artificially is created. So, what is Elon Musk talking about? Who is Optimus? And this is who Optimus is, guys. I'm not sure if there's a picture here of him. There isn't, but it's basically the Tesla robot, right? Elon Musk stated that it's more important for Tesla to make a robot than the new car models this year. Basically, they want to prioritize the Tesla bots. That's actually going to be one of the most important products for Tesla, and this is actually one of their priorities for this year. It's named this. The code name is Optimus, so that's what the robot's name is going to be. That's going to be very important for the future of humanity. It's really going to assist humans in so many ways, and I can't wait for what's going to happen because Elon Musk has stated in the past that it's very important for us to develop an AI as soon as possible because in a very humanoid AI, not just an AI, but a very intelligent AI that's as intelligent as a human. Once we have the control over that, we could basically, I mean, I could go into more detail about conspiracies, but you guys get the point, right? This is something that Tesla has been working on, and it's going to be very huge going into the future. Now, another big update comes from this right over here. Elon Musk has been tweeting a ton about the president, and that's because of the fact that if I'm going to be honest with you, I just feel like Tesla has not gotten the recognition it deserves from Capitol Hill. So this is a meme someone tweeted. It says, say my name. This is Nikola Tesla. And then the president says my name. And then he's just like, are you kidding me? And Elon Musk just started laughing. He has a ton of tweets like that today, which is why I included this in the videos. There are just so many tweets. Elon Musk had so many tweets involving news like this. And I think I understand his frustration and the point he's trying to make. I mean, Tesla is just very trivialized. They're kind of underrated. They're not getting the credit that they truly deserve. And in the future, guys, autonomous technology has been going up. Elon Musk also stated that the full self-driving beta is improving year in and year out, and they have 60,000 new products, or at least people that have been using it, and it's going to get bigger and bigger as time progresses. So once again, most of what was reported during the earnings report was information I already knew because I've been reporting this for quite a bit of time, but it's still, even though I don't need to go into full details about everything else because you could see it in all my videos, at the end of the day, guys, I'm still very, very bullish for the long term because it was not a bad earnings report. It was a good earnings report. For the long-term future, I'm talking about Tesla entering the AI realm, the Tesla robot coming out, the Cybertruck is still going to come out, even if it is kind of delayed. New factories are coming out. I mean, everything is still good news for the long term. For the short term, the market is just not in the best of states because of what's going on with the Fed, what's going on with the SEC, what's going on with our economy right now, with the whole variant that's also coming out, that's also playing somewhat of a role, and these other factors coming out from the effects of the pandemic from the past and the actions that the Fed was taking. So until interest rates rise, until the market starts to recover, we may see Tesla kind of continue to trade sideways or maybe stay a little bit in the red. Now, I do think we're going to recover eventually, and when we do recover, we're going to break all-time highs relatively quick, but that's just not on the table yet. It's going to take a little bit of time for us to get there, guys, so just remain patient and strong. If you see Tesla in the $800 to $700 range relatively soon, don't panic, guys. In my opinion, that's one hell of a steal, in my opinion, for the long term. That's a very, very good buying opportunity, and you could basically make your next move based off what it's doing. That's really up to you guys. If you want to buy calls or puts or whatever you want to do, it's up to you. But that's what I have for this one. I'm not losing faith. I'm still very bullish, and I can't wait for what the future holds. I thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Tesla to the moon, and peace out.